And a very good evening once again to all my viewers out there. We are here in Lachine, Quebec, on the corner of Victoria and First Avenue. You can see this all but abandoned rail line here, which I filmed a couple of weeks ago, actually a couple of months ago now. And right now it's Tuesday, June the 18th, 2019. It's about 8:57 p.m. on this truly beautiful night here as we get very close to the first day of summer, which will be coming up on the 21st, a few days from now, more or less. And yeah, tonight we're gonna walk down First Avenue. I'm gonna do a little walking video. And look at that beautiful sky, those cloud patterns as the sun begins to set. And of course on or around June 21st, we have the longest day of the year. And yeah, so this is, like I said, First Avenue, and this is going to take us all the way to Highway 20. Now at the end of this street there's it's kind of like a rail yard slash locomotive repair center, and it's caught my eye a few times when I've gone by the highway on the bus, and I decided, maybe check it out tonight, and why not do some filming on the way there, see if we can see some old buildings, some old vehicles, a lot of garages here. Very old neighborhood, as you can tell by some of the signs, and yeah, just enough light to film a decent video. And there you can see down there, for example, interesting car. And I notice in this part of town there's a lot of interesting old vehicles and certainly old buildings. A lot of history here. And again, this is Lachine. And if you're wondering why they call it Lachine, well, apparently when the explorers came here from Europe, they actually thought this was China. So it translates from French to English. Lachine basically translates into China, Lachine. So interesting little bit of trivia there if you're interested. Here is Saint Antoine, not the same Saint Antoine that's in downtown Montreal, but different one. Same spelling, same name, same saint. And hopefully I'll have enough light to film that rail depot that I wanted to see. And the building that we're going to film, that we're going to see in a moment here, I think used to be a General Electric building. Now, like I said, I might do I'll probably do a separate video on that building once I get there. But for now, do a nice little walk here on First Avenue. And to be quite honest, I don't think I've walked down this street all the way to the end of her, to the highway. There's some old dump trucks. Well, actually more modern. Try to focus here. Oh my god. And you can tell just by looking at these houses here how old they are, some of them. Street lights just came on. This house, you can tell, is really old. Nice architecture. Another old house here. And if you look in the distance, you can see a smokestack. Very industrialized area as well. So we'll see as we go further down, probably some more garages and some more commercial buildings, industrial buildings. Hopefully some old vehicles, some interesting vehicles. Bumper to bumper. It's very rare you see an English sign in Quebec. Look at that. I guess they deal with bumpers. As we slowly approach the highway. And by the way, I'm walking right now more or less in the north direction. And the 191 comes here, the 90, and also the 491. In case you're interested. Oh yeah, by the way, for you transit fans out there, the 496 bus is going to be running on weekends. That, of course, goes from Lachine, from Lino Gru to Lachine and vice versa. Oh, look at this. This is weird. I'm glad I came here because I always wanted to film this. Like, you got your parking garage there, and there's like a big opening there where the balconies are. Looks like they didn't complete that. Kind of dangerous if you're going to walk out there, you're going to go right down. And that's been like that for quite a while, so I don't know what they're doing. Really weird. I'm almost tempted to go down this street because it looks pretty industrial. And maybe we'll save it for another day. And there's the main part of Lachine down there, facing west. Like I said, I want to have some light left for that video, that rail place, that rail depot, or whatever you want to call it, rail repair center. Yeah, I find the lighting's causing a bit of glare on my camera because of the way I'm walking. I apologize for that. I think it's just the angle of the sun, or the sunset. But we're coming to the end here of First Avenue. Very short street, but sweet street, I guess you can say. Short but sweet. And there's our rail building that we're coming up to now, which I'm going to hopefully get to see some decent train action for my viewers. And the name of the street, by the way, coming up at the corner here is Boulevard Toronto Montreal, I think, or Montreal Toronto. Yeah, so this building here, like I said, I think they repair trains. I don't know if it's locomotives that they repair or rail cars, but we're gonna go around and see some interesting rail cars here in a minute. Oh, this is a school or a residence home. Looks like the lens needs a quick cleaning. Hang on. Alright, there we go. So the problem with lenses is, of course, if you get any residue or oil from your skin, it affects, the lights. Kind of makes them smudge and smear. So, and sometimes when I wipe it with my shirt, it makes it worse because there's oil on the shirt and all kinds of stuff, So, just one of the things I have to watch out for when I'm filming. It's kind of annoying when I'm filming a video and there's all these streaks of lights in all directions. But that's photography and lenses for you. So yeah, this is Andritz Hydrolysis. So yeah, this is where we're gonna go now. We're gonna walk down this street here. And we're gonna turn right. And like I said, I'll start a new video once I get there. Looks like they're selling this building here. And like I said, this used to be the General Electric. Now it's, it says Metso right there. Used to be a big GE sign on there, General Electric. And like I said, I think it has to do with repairing trains and all that. So I'll cut the video once I get to the train section, so you can at least see what it's all about. Hopefully I can walk here. I think I can. Yeah, and this is my first time walking on this street. And there's a highway, Highway 20. All these vehicles are going on to the 20 eastbound. Now look at this big door here, it's huge. Massive, massive door. I love these industrial buildings because they're, you know, the lighting's light, especially at this time. When it's nighttime, you can see inside sometimes, and I think I see some locomotives in there. Well, I'll take a look. Wow, this building's long. So I'm going to pause the video here and I'll resume at the end. So I've been walking a good 2 or 3 minutes and already there's no end in sight of this building. It's huge. So we're coming to the end slowly, I think. Alright, so we're finally at the end of this huge building that I was just walking. Man, that thing is long. And look at that, there's your entrance. And you can see some train tracks there. And I think the trains, so not anymore, but they used to go through those big gates into that building. But here's the interesting part coming up here. Look at this train here, this locomotive. Yeah, you don't see this on the regular rail lines. And I'm going to do a separate video in a minute here, but I'm going to end this one with this. This is I don't know what that is, an RP Ultra Clean Hybrid. This is a hybrid locomotive. Very cool. Alright, so I'll cut the video now, and as always, more videos to come. Alright, have a good day all.